Hello, hello. Welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back. Good morning, D. Hello, Amy Gal. Stefano's calling in from Italy. We got Julie saying hello, hello. Felix, James, Toddly Enough all here, and Scav. I even saw a couple other names who haven't spoken up yet in chat, but I see you here. And morning, Douglas. How you doing? Scav wastes no time, eager to solve the puzzle, already has two different guesses, and Duo as well on YouTube. Okay, why don't we dig into the puzzle, because I see you're all very eager. We are going to be solving one of Stan Newman's hard crosswords today, and it does have a title. It's called Initialize, and it's all in caps, and there's an exclamation, which I don't think are these titles always in caps? It's weird, I don't even remember. But the exclamation is unusual, so I don't know why this puzzle is so excited, but it's getting me excited. So Initialize, let's keep that in mind. We got Ledition also on Twitch making the guesses. We have one across Gets Clean. I see two possibilities. Duo is guessing bathes or washes. Logician is saying scrubs. That's actually three. Scab also hedging with washes or bathes. So maybe we just don't know. Maybe we need some crosses. They're all reasonable. Emil is saying, let's go. Let's go, Emil. Okay, why don't we check one down? We're here. Use caution. Use caution. I kind of like the picture frame of this grid. Do you see these? It's reminding me of like a hanging frame or something with these little supports on the corners. There's just something visually pleasing about these. Good morning, Paige. How you doing? I'm glad you're here on time, too. We don't even have a single entry in the grid yet, although Scav and D are trying to change that. Use caution, and Jilly are saying beware. I like that guess. Use caution is beware. Susan Anderson likes it, too. Something I really like about beware is that it works with one of our guesses for one across. So one across could be bathes now. Gets clean. And maybe we're off to a solid start. You never know. You know, crossing at just a single letter is not confirmation, but it's something. Felix giving the exclamation. Yes, in honor of today's title, I want all answers with an exclamation today. Felix saying initialisms pronounce every letter. For example, FBI. Acronyms pronounce it as a word like NASA. That's a very good distinction, Felix. Yeah, so I guess since today's is called, what is it, initialize? Maybe that distinction is going to matter. We got Barbara on Facebook, and Hannah Quaid giving me the Hannah and Paige and Josh, you all giving me the exclamation. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. You don't have to. You don't have to do the exclamation. But Santa Ana mountains are definitely a thing in California, so that's looking promising. Carry on with these downs. Vocal inflection. Yeah, Blake says nice grid. I'm glad you agree. There's something just very pleasing about it. I mean, all grids are symmetric. It almost looks like a chocolate chip cookie to me. It's these give kind of a rounded appearance, these corners, and then it's speckled with chocolate chips. I guess I'm hungry already. We got Hannah Quaid and Bonnie Bonbon here, Toddly Enough, and Zettabyte all saying tone. I like this too. Oh, Barbara's saying talk, which I guess also works. Vocal inflection. I think tone is maybe slightly more accurate for the clue, but we'll find out. Just carrying on. We're on a roll with these downs. Why not continue? Alpine Girl of Kitty Lit. Okay. Very Rorschachian, says Blake. Yeah, there's like an ink blot. What do you see in the ink blot? I see a chocolate chip cookie. What do you see? George says, cool guy, I'll bake some cookies and ship them to you. Wow. And after my own heart. I would love that. Yeah, I think we know this Alpine Girl. Heidi. Felix continuing with the exclamations. It's going to be confusing because they kind of look like L's on my screen, I'm going to be honest. Alpine Girl of Kitty Lit. Yeah, it's definitely Heidi. Okay, maybe it's time for a cross. We have so many letters in place. I sort of want to see what this is. Columbus by birth. Aha. Okay. I think we can get this one too. Barbara on Facebook getting Heidi. Ledition and Scav and Blake all have a solid guess for 11 across. I like D and Felix are agreeing. Genoese? I'm sure I'm misremembering. Nate is saying the same idea. Genoese? Would we spell it like this? Would we pronounce it like this? I don't know. But I think that Columbus was from Genoa, Italy. Oh, and Stefano's from Italy, so I trust Stefano knowing this. And I'm almost embarrassed to pronounce it in front of Stefano. Consult with at 6 down. So far, quite a smooth solve. I think I see good things for us today. Hannah Quaid and Kim Williams and Joshi and Rhonda all saying C. Yeah, consult with. I'll check with them. I'll see what they think. Well, that looks good. Someone named Raz Putin just joined. That's a cool username. I hope you stick around and play. Rhonda, you're barely late, Rhonda. Barely late. We're just getting started here. Felix says Jack jinxed us, and it's probably true because I do not know pre-Euro Portuguese money. I'm hoping someone does, but I really... The fact that Scav and Stefano are agreeing does help. Rainbow Canoe has made the move over to Twitch. How you doing, Rainbow Canoe? I'm curious, why'd you make the move, and how is it over there? Allegedly is here, and Bruno also saying escudo. Okay, that's the first thing I learned in today's puzzle, because I did not know this. This was the Portuguese currency before the euro. Interesting. And we didn't even need a clue for 18 across. Wow. Brown.edu. Yep, that is indeed a website. Okay. Should we try... Yeah, Felix says what Scav said. That's always a safe bet. You could just respond that with every single clue. What Scav said. What Scav said. Ooh, whoa. So 14 across is all in caps, which kind of tells me it's probably a themer. Oh, and Jilly invited Sapphire Ice to the live. Hello, Sapphire Ice. Traditional amity of Hawkeye staters. And it's all in caps. And we have most of the letters in place, so I think we can piece this together. Yeah, Jessica and Scav and Rhonda and Felix and Letition all saying Iowa nice. Let me think about this for a sec. So Iowa is the Hawkeye state. Amity is like friendliness. And I think Iowa nice is probably a phrase meaning like, Midwestern nice. People from the Midwest have a reputation for being nicer. How you doing, Pashi? Yeah, Nate is agreeing on Iowa nice. I'm not sure why it's in caps and what this has to do with our theme. But maybe we just keep solving. And sometimes you need 2 or 3 to see a pattern, right? So let's just carry forth. All long start with states, Scav is guessing. Yeah, and states do have these abbreviations, so maybe there's something about the state abbreviations. Oh, we got Joel on Facebook. Also getting some right answers, I see. Huh. Logician is parsing this as Iowan ice. Is that the idea? Not Iowa nice, but Iowan ice? Maybe there's something there too? I'm not sure. Capital state? Yeah. I feel like we don't have enough to understand this yet. Felix says, I lived in Iowa for a year. It's true. They are nice there. All right. Absurdist plays absentee. I like the answers I'm seeing. Keith is saying Godot. Yeah, waiting for Godot, a famous Beckett play where they just wait for Godot the whole time. Spoiler alert. Seems reasonable. Letters on toothpaste boxes. Okay, good. Yeah, James is still waiting. All right, this first corner went down a lot easier than they usually do. Salso Con Queso is here. And Denise Freenan saying ADA. I think that is right. The American Dental Association would be, toothpaste has to get approval from them. Kelly Tanksta is here saying AFA. I wonder if that's an autocorrect. I think ADA makes sense. Oh, and people are pointing out that 23 across looks like it could be Idaho something. That's a really good point. So maybe we are starting with states for some reason. We already have the makings of a state here at 23 across. This is interesting. Pedigree pet food alternative. Okay. Yeah, people seem to know this. I guess Pedigree is a brand of pet food, but I am frankly more familiar with IAMS, which is what Zettabyte and Sapphire Iris and Pashi are saying, oddly enough. Okay, and Rainbow Canoe. Why don't we check 21 across? Byron's time of day. So Byron, Lord Byron, a famous poet. So how would a poet say a certain time of day? And Ledition and Rainbow Canoe are meeting each other on Twitch. It's nice to see. And Shania's dog loves IMs. Okay. Yeah, Joshi and Salsa Queso and Hannah Quaid are all saying mourn. I think that makes sense. Mourning, a poet might say contract it to mourn for, rhythmic reasons. I'm happy enough with that. Hi, Angie. Glad you're here. Ending for bed or home. Ending, so it's probably a suffix of some sort. Yeah. We're on a roll today. I keep jinxing us, I know. Ooh, Blake pointing out that ADA and EDU are both initialisms. That's a good point. If you weren't here at the beginning, the title of today's puzzle is Initialize, and we have one themer so far, which was Iowa Nice. Not exactly seeing where the initials are coming in, but Blake is pointing out there are a lot of initials in the grid, so maybe that matters for some reason. Meanwhile, Ledition and James and Felix and Salsa are saying stead. Yeah, I know homestead. What's a bedstead? I don't think I know that. Bedstead? But I think I am eager to see 23 across. More caps. Pioneering investigative reporter. So is it not Idaho something? We thought it was going to be Idaho. Oh, did people see 22 down? I see guesses that could only fit there. But I don't see how you could guess that without knowing. Hello, Julia, how you doing? Bedstead is another word for bed frame, says Salsa con queso. Okay. Rhonda's giving me the shrug. Never a good sign. Do people know this person? So Scav and Felix have a guess, and Ledition as well. Scav saying she's a muckraker, Ida Tarbell. I've definitely heard this name before. Usually in clues for just Ida. Ida is kind of a common short name in crosswords, but seeing it fully spelled out in the grid is interesting. Pioneering investigative reporter, but that sort of puts a nail in a coffin of our theory that this was going to start with Idaho, right? So what is this? Why is this puzzle yelling at me, more importantly? These theme clues feel so aggressive. What is Ida Tarbell's claim to fame? Scav says she's a muckraker. I'd like to know more. It's not part of SOS. It's an interesting clue. I like this. This is good. Yeah. Yeah, Scav knows the history here. Joshy and Dee and Amy and Rhonda and Blake all saying our, and Julia's like, why is our not part of it? So it's a common misconception that SOS stands for Save Our Ship, but that's actually not true. SOS was just chosen because it's a convenient pattern in Morse code. ... dash 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 ... And so it's just, I think they call it a backronym, where like they sort of retrofit a meaning of this that wasn't actually there. It's not actually Save Our Ship. That's a myth. Kind of interesting. Felix says Ida Tarbell wrote about Standard Oil and John Rockefeller. Okay, so she wrote like exposés on big business or something like this. Jalea thought it was Save Our Soul. Oh, wow. I don't think it's that either. I guess allegedly thought the same. I always heard it as Save Our Ship. Rainbow Canoe's mind was just blown by something. Shania says Ida Tarbell was one of the leading muckrakers and reformers of the progressive era of the 19th and 20th centuries, was a pioneer of journalism. Nice. And Rainbow Canoe says, I learn something new every time we do a crossword. Me too, Rainbow Canoe. I love it. Some mall courts, I see what? Ledition. I see AJ Bradley here saying Atria. So everyone learned Save Our Souls except for me. Why do I have the only... Andrew says, yes, I always thought it was Save Our Souls. I've never heard this in my life. Lizzie says Ida's been in so many puzzles lately. Well, she seems very worthy of the attention. I can't believe everyone knows it as Save Our Souls. This is so weird to me. Paige knows it as save our ship. Okay, Paige, at least one person. And Hannah's heard it both ways. And Shattered Soul is guessing a word that is just far too long to fit in a 3-letter entry. Meanwhile, we have a clue. NHL's Coyotes on scoreboards. Okay, where are the... AJ agrees with me. Where are the NHL Coyotes? Ava is saying ARI as in Arizona, I guess. Lizzie and Smiley Face agree. Andrew agrees too. Okay, so Arizona is where they... I just don't know this. The Coyotes play in Arizona in the NHL. Thought they moved to Utah, says Andrew. This is a very recent puzzle, so that would be concerning if it was out of date like that. Revlon's R&B rep. Interesting. Huh. Smiley Face says, how new is this? I think this puzzle was just from a couple days ago. They're in Utah now. Wow, weird to be out of date. Like that, very weird. Oh, could be things. They don't even exist anymore? What? That's bizarre. Blake and Kath are saying, Ciara. I like this guess, yeah. Ciara is an R&B singer. I didn't know that she did ads for Revlon, but I guess it's a good deal for her. So, onward. Onward we go. Yeah, allegedly, and Rhonda like it. Hawaii Five-0 actor. This is tough because there are 2 installments of Hawaii Five-0, right? There was an old one and there's like a newer one. Frankly, I haven't watched either, and so I just think I don't know this. I'll leave it up in the hopes that chat knows. Tess and D are both guessing the same thing, so that's a good start. Yeah, Felix has seen neither, so I can't help here at all. The blonde guy, right, says Scav. Well, Katie Morris is here, also getting Ciara. I see Khan as a guess. Is it this? It's totally... Oh, and AJ says I think it's spelled with 2 A's, and then F-on is saying Kono, which is totally different. Oh, no. Riggy just followed us. Thank you, Riggy. No clue how it's spelled. All right, maybe we do crosses then, if no one's confident. Maybe we do crosses. Carl. Barbara's guessing Carl. Yeah, it's more likely to be a last name, though, I think, Barbara. Paige is confident, but wait, Paige, what did you say? I didn't see a guess from you. You're confident in what? You're confident, but you're not sharing? Kat says it's Khan. Okay, so let's put it in like that. Kat seems confident. James Khan, says Barbara McDowell. Paige is just confident. We love that. I know. Paige is just self-assured. Think much of. This is nice. Kath and Joshi and Lucky. Edition and Rainbow Canoe all saying admire. Mac Dawn says, oh no, I missed Halloween, May and Jack, when I saw recorded live. I so wish I was there. Oh, well, I wish you were there too. It was a very good time. I'm glad you got to catch the recorded live. All of our lives are recorded on the Arkadium YouTube channel. And it was a good time and a very good puzzle. Hello, Issy, how you doing? Paige, you did give your answer, but somehow I missed it. It's weird. I'm even scrolling back. I don't see your guess. It's concerning. Is TikTok stealing comments from me? Had nothing to do. Had nothing to do. Yeah, Rhonda and Ava and Kath are saying idled. I like this. Yeah, if you're just idling on the couch or something, you have nothing to do. Jean Ireland and Pashi and Bonnie like it. Angie and Barbara like it. Okay, cool. We're all happy. I see that guest page. So it's not like TikTok is stealing all your comments. Arroz Blank Cubana. Good. This puzzle's super smooth so far. Jessica, Ava, Zettabyte, Felix, Shania. Yeah, rice Cuban style, Scav. I think that's exactly what it means. Aros means rice, Cubana means Cuban, and ala means in the style of. Allegedly says so many of my comments got blocked from one of your lives the other day. I had 10 messages from TikTok. You're kidding me. Blocked by the talk? The crosswords we solve are so wholesome. What is even coming up? I get that a certain animal comes up pretty often, which is a curse word, but other than that, crosswords are about as wholesome as it gets. Pacific Northwest people. Pacific Northwest people. Scav, Blake, and Ledition all have the same guess with the same spelling. Ava has the same guess with a different spelling. Felix is agreeing on Z, so Nez Perce. I think that's right. Katie Morris likes it. So I'll go with that. I do see a word emerging at 15 across. Formidable female, nice. Yeah, I do see how this works as well. Yeah, they're like the mythological, Amazon warriors in myth, these large, fearsome women. Nice. Jean Ireland and Ava getting that. And Therese. Hello, Mickey. How you doing? All right. Let's check 20 across. UN Observer Group. Group is shortened, so the answer is probably shortened. Ooh, maybe another initialism. We almost have... Arizona's not an initialism, though. It's an abbreviation. But we have like a whole row of initialisms there. I can't tell if it's relevant or not. Zettabyte says, just got gifted a Wonder Woman comic collection that I'm pretty hyped about. That's cool. All right, what are we thinking for 20 across? UN Observer Group. It's a little vague. Yeah, Scav and Sapphire Ice and Ledition all guessing PLO, and Efon and Jean. So I think that could be it. I think that works. Yeah, Ava's asking for the down. It's worth checking. Truckers, rollers. Truckers, rollers. Okay, I think I can make sense of this too. So we're still in good shape. And by the way, I want to make an announcement, especially I think Blake was asking me the other day. I'm going to be doing an evening stream on Thursday. So I'm streaming twice on Thursday. Same normal time, noon Eastern, but I'm also going to be streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern. That way, it is post-work hours for all of the US. I know that'll be late for some of our international viewers, and I apologize for that, but maybe you can stay up super late solving a crossword with me. So 2 streams from me on Thursday, if you can tolerate it. I'd love to see you all there. Noon, as usual, 9 p.m. Eastern in the evening, and we'll be doing different crosswords for both streams. Oddly enough is celebrating. Nikki Rosen shared the live. And you can believe that. And you can believe that. 2 a.m., Amy. Yeah, it's late, huh? Pashi. Barbara, are you saying yes, please, about the late stream? Are you happy with that time? And you can believe that. No lies. I'm trying to understand this. No lies. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. This double I... Wait, what's happening here? Surreal. Allegedly seems happy with the late live. AJ says, set an alarm, Amy. Oh, Tess will be at work at that time. Sorry. Okay, maybe we have an error, because Charlie's telling me that surreal and eerie is a good fit, which I agree. Eerie. So it's not no lies, and you can believe that. That no lies, no less. No less, and you can believe that. I'm having trouble locking these together. Does it make sense to everybody? Channel 1 is on YouTube, also guessing eerie, so... I guess we're making progress. No less, and you can believe that. I want to like use them both in a sentence where I can substitute one for the other. We got Duo and Macdon on YouTube saying aces are skilled hands. I like that. If you're an ace, you're skilled at whatever you're doing, I guess. Yeah, give me a sentence for with no less in it where I can replace no less with and you can believe that, and they both make equal sense. Challenge to chat, because I'm not seeing the connection there, really. What 5 presidents were? Ooh, I'm noticing this long spanning entry at 35 across. Definitely going to be a themer, and I'm wondering if it's going to be a revealer that's going to somehow explain why all these other clues are yelling at us. Lucky asking for the title. The title is Initialize with an exclamation. So there's a lot of excitement today, but excitement over what exactly? I'm still not sure. Rainbow Canoe, Felix and Joshi and Mickey, lots of people saying bearded. I like this. What 5 presidents were? That's a kind of an interesting fact. I can only think of Abe Lincoln. What are the other bearded presidents? Abe Lincoln definitely had a beard. But like all the founding fathers, when I picture them, are very well shaven. And then recent presidents are all pretty clean shaven, yeah? Let me wait. People giving me sentences for no less, but I'm gonna be honest, they still don't really make sense to me. Logician insists that James Garfield was bearded. How do you know this? Are you looking this up? How do you know all the bearded presidents? Grant Garfield. How do you guys know this? Harrison Hayes? Or are you looking it up? Meanwhile, Felix and Amy and Charlie and AJ are saying sick for quote note. I like this. Yeah, sick when you're quoting someone and there's a typo or something in what you're quoting, you say sick to be like, that's what they said. I'm not introducing this typo. I'm just quoting them verbatim. All right, I think it is time for 35 across. AJ's like, you don't know all the bearded presidents. Blake is like, we're Americans, Jack. That's how we know. Oh my gosh. Rainbow Canoe says, I feel like Logician knows a lot. Yeah, welcome to Twitch, Rainbow Canoe. Logician crushes it there every single day. And then insists that he's not that smart. Issy says no less is used to say that a certain belief is just as important as another one, basically. I like that explanation. I can work with that. Browser bookmark. So this is not a revealer as I hoped. This is more screaming from Stan into my ear. Does anyone else feel like these are aggressive? Or am I just too sensitive? Internet address. Looks pretty good. Browser bookmark. Yeah, it fits beautifully. So now we have 3 that start with I. That can't be a coincidence, right? I'm starting to get nervous that we're not going to understand this unless there's a revealer. I want to understand the theme. Yeah, all the long answers start with I, but that's hardly a theme. Tess says, wait, what's the title? It's called Initialize. IP address. Oh, initial eyes. Oh, is that the joke? Initial eyes. Initial meaning beginning, and it starts with an I. Ah, okay. So all of the themers are going to begin with an I. Yeah. Yeah, Charlie says, but it feels like there should be more to it. I kind of agree. It's a cute wordplay, initial eyes, but it feels like, okay, of all the I phrases, why Iowa nice of all things? You know, why internet address of all things? It feels like it could be tighter. Blake likes it, and Issy likes it. Oh, I showed this clue earlier. I'm getting flashbacks. Conference ID is name tag. Still doesn't explain the yelling, says AJ. I know. He could have whispered these clues to us. Name tag. Yeah, Amy says not my favorite theme. I might agree. Maybe there's more to it. Who knows? That's what Tess is saying. It's true. We still have puzzle to solve. For all we know, 62 across is a revealer. It's going to make everything snap into place. Den device. Wait, den device. Why can't I see this? Oh, DVR. That's why I can't see it, because it's another initialism. Issy says smart but not that interesting. I think that's fair. Yeah, initial eyes is a clever play, but it's not the most interesting theme we've seen here. Team Matzo getting DVR. Rainbow Canoe says, I thought I was onto something with the theme, but I'm not. Wait, what was your guess? I need to scroll back if you made a guess. Oh, did you make a guess about the theme? LX years before Hastings. Oh boy. Everyone loves them some Roman numerals. Does anyone know when the Battle of Hastings was? Or we could just piece it together from... Yeah, I guess there really can't be that many options here. Okay, Lucky says Hastings was 1066, which I think sounds right. And LX is 60. So this, if everything is working, should be 1006, which it exactly is. M is 1000, VI is 6. Perfect. All right, math checks out. Math works, everybody. Letters on many letterheads. Letters on many letterheads. Rainbow. Okay, I understand Rainbow Canoe. We got Desane Stone. I'm definitely saying your name wrong. Saying, just putting a C in chat. Ink. Yeah, Bill Henderson likes it. I guess if you have like custom stationery, it might come from a company. Interesting. I think that works. All right. Let's go to this leftward section here. Talk up. Talk up. Okay. Ooh, Vivuska just followed us. Thank you so much. Nikki Rosen, Felix, lots of people saying chat. I like this. Lisa, Stefano, Ledition all saying chat. Talk up. Rhonda says tout is better. Wait, let me pause for a sec. You're kind of right. Chat is talk, but it's not talk up. Talk up means to promote, right? Yeah, maybe tout is better. Chat, says Deluha. I can't argue with that logic, though. And the crosses do look more promising with tout, so maybe we go with that for now. A rare time when majority of chat was wrong. Usually I can count on you guys. Pan-protopsychism is like, it's tout. MacDon is impressed with Angie's quick solving. Okay. Leaning for attention. Leaning for attention. Shania is saying she sees something. Is it about the theme? Ooh, this is good. Yeah, Charlie Rowan, this made me feel rusty too. Italic, wow, that's a good clue. Leaning, like text is literally leaning to bring attention to it. Very nice clue. And good on you guys for seeing through it. Italic. Ooh, but AJ saying it ruins the initial eyes point. Oh, whoa, that's true. Should we look at 51 across? Maybe we need to look at 51 across. Billy Joel's birthplace. Wait, were we totally wrong? Hold on, and Shania has a theory. I-O, so state initials, Idaho, Indiana. Where's I-O, though? Or, I'm confused. Ida Tarbell. Is I-O a state abbreviation? Micah Getter is here saying Long Island, which I think is right. Larry Locke agrees for where Billy Joel was born. Long Island. Iowa's IA, TikTok is telling me. Now, so hold on. Were we totally wrong? Blake is saying long I because they have long I sounds, and there is still an initial I. That's true. Oh my god, what are we doing here? Are we totally lost? Rainbow Canoe was also thinking state abbreviations. Yeah, but it's confusing because is it the initials of the entry? Ida Tarbell is IT, but IT is not a state abbreviation. ID is a state abbreviation for Idaho, but then what do we do with LO, which I don't think is a state abbreviation? You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe we get a revealer at 62 across because I am totally stumped, and it's not even Saturday. Long I sound. Yeah, the Long Island doesn't feel like a coincidence, does it? The eyes have it, says Nate. That's funny. It seems like this is confusing. Yeah. I'm almost glad that we had a theory and we were all like, that's probably it, and it's not that interesting. And then 51 across is just like, nope. Guess again. I just hope we get it. Mickey and Rhonda and Blake and Ledition saying Anon. Yeah, I think that's right. Kofi Annan. UN leader. Yeah, Issy says, I thought it was just because some words started with I. Yeah, I thought the same thing, Issy. Joke's on us, says Mickey. Tess is like, I knew Stan wouldn't let me down. Have faith. Always have faith. Rainbow Canoe is like, so he's yelling at us in the clues and he's confusing us. Yeah, AJ says 62 across should be a revealer, so we'll see. Written or gestured? Written or gestured? Ah, okay. I see. Non-oral? I guess, like, you could present something orally, you could present it in writing, you can present it with gestures, but if it's just written or gestured, then it's non-oral. Interesting. Trying to make sense of what you're saying, Shania, but I don't think I get it. I'm sorry. If you remove the initial, the letter, then you get OW, you get ONG, but I still don't see what is ONG. What does that mean? What's the significance? Feeling beyond vexation. Angie is telling me ire. That looks good. James and Jilly and Bill agree. Dug up dirt. I like this clue too. People saying irk, but I don't think that works as well. Because a feeling is a noun and ire is a noun, but irk is a verb. You irk someone, you annoy them. So I think ire works better. Plus, it works well with tunneled, which I think is cute. Dug up dirt. You're not literally talking like gossip, getting dirt on someone's past, but just tunneling. If you dig a tunnel, you have to dig up dirt. All right, good stuff. Underwater Canuck is back, saying tunneled. We need help. We need help understanding this theme. Multicolored cat. Tortilla Chips is here. And Hunter Reynolds. Jay Oakley. Okay. Chat is rolling now. Calico. And Scav giving me some nice kitty emojis. Allegedly likes Calico. Sapphire Ice likes Calico. Seems great. Angie and Underwater Canuck like Calico. AC says, Calico, finally one I understand. Crosswords have something for everyone. Sharon got Calico. Kosher. Kosher. By the way, if you are new here, I want to tell you that we stream every single day. Stream every day at noon Eastern Time. And on Thursday, I'll also be streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, if you prefer that. And following us is the best way to keep in touch. It's always a good time, always a new crossword. Hashi and Dad Not Dude saying legit. Ooh, Tess looking ahead for a hurdle. Always with the worst hurdle advice. Tess whispering in my ear. Kosher. Legit. Ooh, Hunter says it could also be legal. That's a good point. Could definitely be legal. Ria said, didn't you say 7 p.m.? I did do a 7 p.m. stream a couple weeks ago, but the worry was that California folks are still working at that time. And so 9 was chosen so that everyone in the US is post-work hours. We're experimenting. If 7 ends up being preferred time, maybe we'll do more of those. Just trying to do something that's convenient for the most people. Time for me to play. Time for me to play. I go. It's a very brief way to say this. I go. My turn. Time for me to play. Felix says, except for us forgotten non-9-to-5ers. Yeah, as a fellow non-9-to-5er, Felix, we are all often forgotten, but we're hard to plan around, let's be honest. Ready to eat. Ready to eat. Yeah, Jay Oakley and Bill Henderson and Gene and Salsa are saying done. Yeah, I guess like if your steak is done, it's ready to eat. Seeming good. We rarely get this far in a crossword and have no clue what the theme is. Chrissy Cassidy is here also saying done. Yeah, food's done. Chris Everlasting is back. Tess, you're working a night shift. What do you do for work? Apologies if you told me this before. Yeah, niacin. So B3. Niacin, I guess, is... These are just equivalent. B3 and niacin. They're the same exact thing. Addie says, how do you work out the theme? Well, the theme is different every time. And it's honestly, if you solve enough crosswords, you start to get a feeling for it. But something's going on, right? These clues have these capital letters, which is alerting us, like, pay attention to these. These entries have something in common for you to discover. And there's a title that's usually a hint, initialize. So initials, that's why people are looking at initials. Oh, this Iowa starts with I, nice starts with N. Maybe I can make something with that. It's not much more than that, you know. We just experience and looking for clues in the grid. Clobbered old style is smote. I like this. Like, God smites you. So past tense, clobbered is smote. Poet Lowell. Hello, AJ on YouTube, a new AJ. I don't know this poet, but I can guess a common name that fits here. And Luis Green just followed us. Thank you. Yeah, Pashi and allegedly and Issy and Lucky all saying Amy. But do we know Amy for sure? Amy Lowell? Charlie says maybe the real theme is the friends we made along the way. It's hilarious, if only. Wait, AJ. Oh, AJ has something. Oh, AJ, you're brilliant. You did it. I think AJ actually figured out the theme. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good. So if you're not seeing AJ's comment, he's noticing that the initials of the theme answers do spell something. Look at this. IN, that's the initials of the first one. IT, just keep chaining them together. INIT, IA. We're spelling initialize. We're literally spelling the word initialize. That is hilarious. Yeah, so 62 across would have to start with Z, and then it'd be a two-word phrase that starts with Z and then E for this to pan out. But I think it's too good to not be right. AJ, congrats. Well done. Xenobite's like, oh my god. Charlie's like, very good. I love it. I love the celebration. That was worth the wait. Tess says, OMFG, stand my man. Amy says, now I like the theme. Me too. I was with you guys of like, beginning with I, that's kind of weak. Rainbow Canoe back on TikTok, very nicely done. Mickey's excited. Charlie's guessing Zoo Eagle for 62 across. Wow, AJ, take your props, man. You earned this one. Someone called Milk Sucks followed us. Strange name, but I'll take the follow. Thank you. Before dawn, we still do have a puzzle to solve. Gary saying early. Hi, Milk Sucks. Hope you like crosswords. That's what we're all about here. Crosswords and Hurdle, which is a fun word game that we're going to play in a few minutes. As soon as we fill in this grid. Freight carrier. Larry Locke and Tess and Rhonda and Mo are all saying car. Yeah, I guess I'm picturing like a train car. I can't wait to get to 62 across. Where Freud was from. Okay. I saw people guessing this earlier. Yeah, Ria is saying Austria. And that is right. Stacy says it. Sharon says it. Okay, cool. Let's do 45 across. We'll do a couple more up here, and then I'll just look at 62 in the raw. Why wait, Jack, says AJ. Yeah, you make a compelling case, my friend. River in Panama. Clever, Angie. Yeah, it's not a specific river, as the clue would have you believe. Just what you call a river in Panama. Underwater Canuck and Duo getting this too. River in Panama's Rio. That's how you say river in Spanish. Actually, I don't want to do a downs. I regret going there. AJ says, Jack, you down for creating an Arkadium Discord server? I actually think that's a brilliant idea. And then we could all hang out when we're not live. Okay, let's look 62 across. It's time. High School Musical star. Yes, I saw people guessing this in chat earlier. It's perfect. I know exactly what this is. It doesn't fit? Is that true? Brian Morris just followed us? No, it does. He spells his name, yeah, sure, like allegedly just did it. Oh, Rainbow Canoe says, I was just looking yesterday if there was a Discord. We should definitely make one. Zac Efron. It's a perfect ending for this theme. If you guys missed the theme, the title is Initialize. And we have all these theme clues, Iowa Nice, Ida Tarbell, and internet address, Long Island, and Zac Efron. And the initials of all of these theme answers, when changed together, spell the word initialize. It's very, very fun. And there wasn't even a revealer. We had to figure that out on our own. And by we, I mean AJ. Without AJ, we would still be scratching our heads. Allegedly singing the best line from High School Musical. Man, today's just one long celebration, isn't it? What about us? All right. AJ says it was a group effort, lol. You know, that's usually my line. I usually want to distribute the credit, but I think today was really you, man. Scoot. Gary and Mickey are saying zip. That looks good. Underwater Canuck agrees. F1 agrees. I think I showed this earlier. Low tie. Okay, yeah. Mickey's like, it was AJ. Low tie. Yeah. Dead Nut Dude and Lucky and Larry and Stacy C are saying 1-all. It's like 1-1. When it's 1-all, it means both teams have 1 point. Red Devil just followed us. Attraction for a duck. Attraction for a duck. Issy says, AJ, I might have to borrow your eyes when I do crosswords in my own time. Yeah, I like what Rhonda and Dee and Ranny and Amy and Gary are saying. And Jilly. A decoy? I'm thinking like a wooden duck, right? They put him out to... Oh, and Mike Vikstrom is back, also saying decoy. Attraction for a duck. I think that works. Frog-eating fish. Frog-eating fish. Amy got likes decoy for hurdle. Okay, that's a decent suggestion. Yes. You solve enough crosswords, you know this fish. Angie's saying it. And Pashi and Plank Boy, eel. I didn't know that eels ate frogs, though. For all the 1,000 clues I've seen for eel, that one's new to me. Stead is good for hurdle, too. That's a good point. A young eel is called an elver. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, smote as well. You can watch, AJ, if you'd already solved today's hurdle. Common name on jeans. We got Underwater Canuck and Angie saying Levi. Yeah, Levi's is obviously major brand of jeans. Quite a rave. Quite a rave. Yeah, I don't know if legit is a valid hurdle word, honestly. It might be too casual. Oh, for a second I thought you were all just talking about this crossword, but you're talking about the answer. I love it. Quite a rave, yeah. A rave review. I love it. Good stuff. Attraction for a duck. What? Attraction for a duck with a decoy. What's the other attraction for a duck? How many things are ducks attracted to? I don't care. I love it. Yeah. I doubt legit is legit for hurdle. I agree, Amy. Fen, says Sharon and Gary. Fen. Yeah, I mean, a fen is like a swamp, so I guess ducks hang out there. Traction for a duck. Yeah, allegedly, a fen is like another name for a swamp. Yeah. Barbara already given me drum roll. We're not quite there yet. Almost though. Plying, pursuing steadily. Interesting. Plying. Okay. We've been neglecting this section, so it's time we go here. Pandora precursor. Pandora precursor. Hmm. Yeah. So wait, I'm actually seeing a lot of different guesses. I can't tell what's autocorrect and what's not. Sean is saying CDs, which I can make sense of. I think this is actually a clever clue. Pandora, the music service. Before Pandora, you had to buy CDs to get your music. I think that's the idea there. Rolls of green stuff crossing George's Golden. George's Golden. I don't know. I don't know. Get this. Scab's like we all moved to Spotify. Yeah. Spotify would have given it away though. Pandora has other meanings, Pandora's box. But if it says Spotify precursor, your mind would have automatically gone to music. Arkadium's like Napster doesn't fit, yeah. Meanwhile, Underwater Canuck and Angie are saying sod, and Tessa likes it too. Sod. Can someone explain this down? I'm seeing a lot of people say DOR, and I feel like I'm not smart enough for this. Charlie's saying it's clever, so I'm definitely missing something. Is this how you say gold in French or something? Yeah, that's what Zettabyte's saying. Oh, Palm Dior, of course. Oh, Dior. So there's I'm missing apostrophe. And this was supposed to tip me off that we were talking a French name. Oh my gosh, that's actually a very hard clue. Sneaky stuff, Stan. Really sneaky stuff. Of stately bearing. Of stately bearing. Kim Williams and Stacy C and Blake and Buzz 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 are saying regal. I like that. Ripken role model. Shelby Evanson is here. Also saying regal. And duo. All right, we are in the home stretch here. I want to make this count, and then I want to play a good game of Hurdle. Gehrig. Yeah, I guess it's spelled E-H. Is this a baseball guy, says Zeta? But yeah, Lou Gehrig was a baseball player. Cal Ripken is a baseball player. I guess Ripken looked up to Lou Gehrig. I wouldn't have known that without the clue, but it's believable. Yeah. Krunal says you're stressing me out. Why am I stressing you out? Just wait for Hurdle. If you're stressed now, you know nothing yet. In progress. Yeah. Ripken broke Gehrig's record. Record for what? Home runs or something? Oh, Colonel says I can't think so much. I understand that. Well, when we all come together, you don't have to get every clue, Just chip in when you know one. This was a very stressful one, says Issy. Wow, I'm surprised people are feeling stressed. I guess it was, the clues were yelling at us. So that's one thing. And then not understanding the theme for so long, I suppose, did stress me out. Don't Obey and Sweetie crossing most awarded female country singer. All right. Devin is here. I'm seeing a lot of good answers in chat. I see Defy, buzz buzz buzz. Yeah, and I'm seeing my drum roll. Now hold on. If you're gonna leave, you should stick around because we're playing Hurdle right now. But if you're not, I want to tell you I am streaming twice on Thursday. We stream every day, noon Eastern. Wednesday, May will be with you. Thursday, I'll be with you. But I'm also streaming in the evening, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. I'd love to see many of you there. But stick around for Hurdle because I think we just got our confetti, and we did. This is a cool crossword. Well done, AJ. And after being screamed at for so long, I need a nice relaxing game. I know just the one. Give me one moment while I pull it up. The reason I don't have Hurdle preloaded is because I don't want to put any unnecessary computation on my computer. Because I want my stream to be as high quality as possible. But the cost of that is this wait. All right, hopefully you can all see that. Looks pretty good on my end. And we had some good guesses. Maybe Stead is the most mature guess, let's say, for Hurdle. What do we think? Yeah, I think that people voted. Oh, Regal is also a good duo. Not Eerie tests. Stop. Is he saying Eerie 100%? I'm not doing bad things. We can lose. You guys forget. Losing is painful. We don't need to bring our own stress to the game. The game is stressful enough. Stead is a very solid opener. Look at that. We got some green. Don't you like it when we're when we're Milk Suck says, is there a topic? How does this work? Yeah. So there's no topic, there's no theme on these. And Tiff Buzz Army just followed us. Thank you. We're trying to guess a 5-letter word. We have 6 guesses. Every guess, we get some information. So green means that the 5-letter word does begin with an S, and there is an A exactly here in the final answer, but there's no T, no E, no D. And we do this 5 times, and they're all chained together in a way I'll show you. And in the last level, things get crazy. It's not standard Wordle. Milk Sucks. Right now, it looks like it, but it gets wild. Spray, I'm seeing. Seems like a solid guess. Yeah, didn't work out. Didn't work out. Yeah, stick around. You'll see the next level, and then by level 5 is where it gets really crazy. Buzz says, bro. Bro what? Shoal? Okay. You call me bro, you get shoal. Just for you. What? How'd you know? Allegedly was like, shoal, please. How'd you guys all know that it was going to be shoal of all things? Well done. Well, yeah, good job, allegedly. Okay, so Milk Sucks, this is the first thing that makes it different from Hurdle, is now we play again, and the answer to the previous board is automatically our first guess for the new board. So we only get 5 of our own guesses this time. Shoal luckily hit a couple times. Yellow means that H and L are in the word somewhere, but not in these positions. Yeah, and then level 5 is my favorite. A lot of people guessing light. I think that's a smart idea. L-I-G-H-T, yeah, that's a pleasant word. Let's try that. Not so lucky. Barbara's suggesting mulch, which still is actually a really good guess, I think, with our current situation. It checks the U. I think it checks a C and an. Yeah, mulch. Right? This is good? Mulch is solid, says Buzz Buzz Buzz. Blake likes it too. Let's do it. Yes! Barbara, way to go. Way to see through. All right. This is how I like my hurdles to go. Smooth, calm, relaxing. Scav and Charlie are very proud of you, Barbara. Allegedly says, yes, Barbs. Okay. Mulch didn't hit at all, so we're on our own here. Rhonda guessing poise. Yeah, tosses a few vowels into the mix. Piano. Let's try poise. There's no reason not to. Okay. So we've got to find a home for this S and this E. Charlie saying sweet. I suppose it could be. I'm always reluctant to guess double-lettered things. Yeah, we haven't even tried an A yet, so maybe stead. Lucky's saying stead, which is pretty funny. Because we already opened with stead, but it's actually, I think, a very solid guess in this situation. Am I wrong? I think it's a good guess. Yeah, nice. That worked out. Okay. I think we can do this in 3. We have 3 of our letters. I can think of one word. It can't be sweat, Jessica, because there's no T. I'm seeing we now have several different possibilities. Swear, sneak. I was also thinking, it can't be speak because of poise. My bad. It can't be speak. So swear, sneak. Are those the only 2 possibilities? Because if it's really just those 2, we can just guess them, but I'm worried that there's some that we haven't thought of yet. Okay. Smear. No. It can't be smear because of the end. There's no M, Pashi. It was a good guess, though. All right, so maybe which one do I do? Swear? Sneak. I'm worried that we should maybe be doing a filler here. All right. Sweet. All right. Continue our streak. We're doing well. We're on board 4 out of 5, but let's not get complacent. We have lost before, and I want to make it to that last level. We got 2 yellows. We got 2 yellows, and I believe in us. Oh yeah, Barbara got swear also. Barbara, are you clairvoyant? Radio. Radio's a very hurdly guess. I like it. Get a bunch of vowels in the mix, but we still check our RA. All right, we got a little bit for it. So we keep going. Yeah, and this does invalidate several of the other guesses that have been tossed out. Ah, interesting. Pranav just followed us. Thank you. I see some good guesses. I see orate. I see moral, aroma, cobra. Lots of good ideas. What do we do? Should we do aroma? Can't tell. Not moral. Why not moral? There's probably a reason, and I'm just not seeing. People want aroma. Normally I'm hesitant to duplicate letters like this, but I like that it'll check. We do need to find a home for this A, and whether it's at the beginning or the end, it'll be super informative. Warthog is here guessing molar. No, but the R is in the wrong spot, Warthog. All right, I'm going to go with aroma. Oof. Wow, this is rough. Ooh, but we actually know where the A is, guys. Let's process of elimination. We've checked every slot for the A. It must be in the middle. So we actually have a hidden green here. We have a hidden green right in the center with the A. We still have to find a place for the R and the O, and then so maybe an O. Wait. Maybe something like OA in the second and third positions. What is this going to be? I really want to make it. It can't be orate anymore, Scav, because the R is in the wrong spot. Underwater Canuck is saying croak. No, that must have been earlier because it's not valid anymore. Cobra. Cobra's not valid anymore because of the A in the end. So far, I still haven't seen a valid guess. Horde, says Mickey. Wait, let me try this. I'm not going to press enter yet. I just want to see what it looks like. This is the first guess I've seen that actually seems to respect our constraints. Yes, Steph is saying the same thing. No D! Oh my god, no D from radio. It's not right. Wow, good catch, guys. It's not valid. There's no D. Radio. So we don't even have a guess. Oh, and you're saying we know where R is. That's so smart. We actually know where R is also. R has to be in the 4th position. We've checked all the other 3, and we know A goes in the 3rd position. All right, we actually have some info. Bored. No D, allegedly. Hoary, Hoary. You've got to be kidding me with that. Could it be chart? A much more sensible guess. I see chart. Have we not looked at things like this? No, we need an O. Yeah, it can't be chart. What is this? Abort? No, we need it. The A goes here and the R goes here. We're certain of that. I can only... We literally have no... We have one guesses. We have one guess. It can't be Cobra Scav. The A is not in the last position. It's the only thing. Hoary. This is crazy. What a word. I think I have to guess it. I think I'm obligated. Here we go. Oh, that hurt. Oh, Ledition has a brilliant guess. I think Ledition is saving us. Ovary. Ovary works. And in fact, we know the O. We know 4 of the 5 letters. Yeah. It's gotta be. Duo likes it. People are starting to say it on TikTok. Yeah, it has to be ovary. Ooh, that was a tense one. That was a nail biter. But I feel confident in this. Good work, everybody. Nice. That's how you hurdle. That's how we do it. All right. But the stress is just beginning because now we're on the last level. In the last level, our first 4 guesses are supplied for us. It's the 4 answers from the previous games. And we only get 2 of our own guesses to make this happen. We only get 2 shots. Luckily, we got some unusual letters that hit here. So we know where the L lives, and we know there has to be a V and a Y somewhere. That does constrain the space. And we've ruled out several vowels. A, E, O. I have a wild guess for this. Yeah, it's what everyone. I was just thinking on my own, not looking at chat, just looking at the board, and then I look and everyone has the same thought I have. Vinyl, it looks right, doesn't it? Oh, it's such a nice word. Really good way to end. Wait, I'm spelling it wrong. Vinyl, like this. Yeah? Buzz says, bro, don't take credit for our work. You're right. This is all chat. I had nothing to do with this. Has to be. Yeah, gotta spell it right. I got it, Tess. So this is how it goes. All right, I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Oh, that was smooth. That was a really nice final board because it looked like there wasn't a lot of information, and then it turned out we all converged on the same word, and it's a cool word. You gotta love vinyl. I always love solving these puzzles with you guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, noon Eastern. And just one more plug that Thursday I'm streaming twice. I would love to see you all at both streams, if possible, noon and 9 p.m. Eastern. Experimenting with some evening streams. And check out Arkadium.com. You can play Backlog of Hurdle right now if you go to Arkadium. Follow us if you don't already, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, everybody. I will see you soon. All right, bye.